Greetings from the right coast. This is Matt Shed again, part 2. I'm going to try to get through these prepping outside the box questions. We stopped at scenario 5 with the invasion. Now we want to move on to Native Devout came up with a scenario. What do you do when the Golf Oscar Victor Tango comes to take everyone's pew-pews? He who knocks at the door. Well, that's a good question, and they're doing it to everyone. That was the scenario. Was they're literally going door to door, everywhere, and doing a confiscation. First and foremost, that is going to take a lot of manpower, logistics. Wow, that would be amazing, and stupid. Absolutely stupid. But you know, we have 330 million people here, and we all have addresses, and you know, that's crazy. That's crazy. Well, no, I'm sorry, it went up 360. So, but we have about the same amount of guns in this country as well. So that's a lot of guns. A lot of them are registered. Well, they are registered. A lot of them are not. Think about that. I've had unregistered guns. I used to do guns. I would buy and sell guns back and forth. This was years ago. And I would it would be private sale. It would be, gun show. It would be, pawn shops. And that's what I would do. And it was like an investment. And it was really cool. So I've had my hands on just about everything. And yeah, I would play with them. I'd take them to the range and check it out. Do I want to keep this gun? No. So I get rid of it. And I'd go get something else I'd want. I mean, it was just, that was me. I just a big kid and his toys. So there's several things you have to think about here. They're coming. We know they're coming. And there's a knock at the door. Are they going to go house to house, or are they just going to target one person here and then come back? That's going to take a very, very, very long time. And what's going to happen there is a lot of guns are going to just disappear. They're going to come to your house and you can be like, "Don't shoot my dog. I don't have anything." And they're going to check and they're going to do their thing and tear your house apart and run their radar and x-rays everywhere, and they're like, "Okay, he's clean, let's go. Next." Are they going to bust down my door, or are they going to go and get the keys from the realtor? Are they going to demand entry and hope that I answer the door, or are they going to sneak in the middle of the night when I'm asleep or in the shower? What are they going to do? So you have to understand that if they start going house to house, door to door, we're going to know about it. And, things are just going to go, "What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking. It's gone. It was buried somewhere. That damn boating trip. Everything's in the river. Yeah. So, yeah. A lot of people are going to give it up. A lot of people are going to fold, especially with that dynamic entry and the intimidation factor, the authoritative intimidation factor. We all know that one. I know it too. I too was, part of that group. So I know it full well. And how to assert yourself. So they're going to do that, and they're going to give you no option. And that is your option, is to give in. Okay, come on in. Do what you need to do. Fuck. Such is my life. Great. But, so scenario with that, what do? Well, you hide them. That's what you do. You hide them. You take them somewhere and you bury them, or whatever. Put them in a freaking Yeti cooler and tape it up and weight it down. Put it in the middle of the ocean. And mark that spot. Put it in the creek. Whatever. Hide it in a tree. Whatever. There's some other areas you can hide, especially in your house. Fake walls and things of that nature. So if they're going house to house, door to door, chances are they don't have any kind of intel on you, so in any kind of intelligence. So they're just going through. Who knows what kind of high speed, low drag kind of technology they have to be able to search your house in that nature. Maybe there's a RIDF chip on your gun somewhere if it was made in China. But that's a good question. Chances are there is a possibility that there will be a pushback and there'll be shootings and hell no, you're not going to take my guns. That's going to happen. People are going to do that. No, you're not doing that. That's unconstitutional. And that is true. That's going to happen. What happened here? What would I do? They better catch me when because I've got guns all over the place. They're scattered all over the damn place. So not just here. They're everywhere. So yeah. So yeah, we're even if they take all the even if they go door to door, and they take them all, guess what? We can make more. Or I can just talk to Joe Schmuckatellia, the drug dealer, and go, hey yo, I need a 9. $10,000? Okay, fine, I'll pay it. Great. Sure, why not? You can get one. You're going to be able to get one. People in UK and Australia still can get them. All right, and you can make them. It's not a hard thing to do. It's a very arcane technology. It's been around since what, the 1400s? Something like that? Yeah. 1500s, 1500s. Yeah, it's a very arcane technology. All it is just machining. Machining and knowing chemical compounds and fitting. So that's it. I've seen some really cool homemade guns that were hand forged and all this craziness. No. So that's a good one. Yeah. All right. Nisi scenario. Town meeting. Grid down. Grid down. Town is rationing supplies. Random guy starts shooting folks and taking supplies. Yeah. I actually made this question. Yeah, you shoot him dead. You absolutely shoot him dead. You don't mess around. You take him down. And it's you got to be aggressive, and it's going to be immediate. You pull, you draw your weapon, you fire, 2 to the torso, 1 to the head, and that's it. You get the hydraulic kill and you get the nervous system kill. That's it. Done. Next. And then of course you set up security. Everybody else is on. There are those that when the gunfire happens, there are those that hit the deck. And there are those that run towards the gunfire. That's just the way that's part of that's training and that's mindset. It's just if you can identify the threat right away, you turn towards it, because if say you're in a say if you're in, okay, this goes to the clutches. Hutch had a question. What do you do if you're in a kill box? Well, you get out of the kill box, and the best way to get out of the kill box is to put them in the kill box. That's the best way, and you bring more violence of action than what they are bringing to you, because if you try to run, you're still in the kill box, and that's going to take time for you. You're right here, yeah, I'm in the kill box, bang, 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 pew, pew, pew. Oh no, I gotta run away and get out of the kill box. Okay, so you're the attacker. So what do I can either go left or right. I'm in the kill box, so I go right to the threat, go right to it, and boom, take out the threat. So that's what you do. That's immediate. That is automatic. the guy's down. The guy will be taken out. And if everybody has that, if more than one person has that mindset, then that's good. And chances are you are, because there's going to be a lot of LEOs, law enforcement officers, in that grid down, shit hit the fan scenario. There's a lot of sheepdogs around still. So not everybody is going to be, oh my God, run away, hit the deck. That's good that they do, though, because they're out of your way and they're not going to, there's not going to be any kind of friendly fire. There might be some kind of, what? What's going on? Why are y'all shooting? You're going to have to deal with that. That's where the training comes in. But no, you meet that threat immediately and take it out. You neutralize that threat immediately. Yeah. So, takes care of that. All right. This was, do I have time? Yeah, it's 10 minutes. All right. This was from Prepper Outside the Box. He was really curious about what I would do in this situation. All right, so you're en route to your bug out location and you encounter a VCP, a vehicle checkpoint. So yeah, same. Going back to the first one, en route to the bug out location, you encounter a uniform checkpoint. Regardless, 6 months or whatever. I'm going to my bug out location. That means there's a reason why I'm going to that bug out location. And so if I'm going to my bug out location, that is my prime mission. That is the mission statement. Get to the bug out location. Get to the primary. Get to the primary location. That's it. That's all. Nothing else matters. Okay. So if it's a vehicle checkpoint, we're going through it. If we have to do it surreptitiously, if we have to do it clandestine, if we can reroute, yes, great. Try to reroute. Absolutely. Deny the battle. But if there's no other option, then you're going through it. All right? If the mag is rolling, you're a force to be reckoned with, and you're going to bring it. You're just going to have to bring the pain. If you have to pull over, like I said before, pull over and hide everything, and use stealth and cover and concealment and cover of darkness. Use thermals. We have thermals. Use your optics. Get out there, and if it's a standalone VCP, what kind is it? Is it a actual roadblock where they're blocking the roads with something, something major, like they are actually blocking the roads? Now, a roadblock is a roadblock, and when you're dealing with any kind of military roadblock or anything of that nature, it's totally different from what you see that the police use. Your law enforcement are trying to. It's more like a snare. It's more like they're trying to catch somebody. With a military roadblock, and Josh, you know this, it is a LOA. It's a limit of advance. So if it's a military roadblock, if it's a well done roadblock, before you even see the roadblock, they already know you're there. They're looking and they're watching, and they've got their eyes and ears out, and they know and they see you. So they're going to be aware of your presence right off the bat. So you're going to have to turn around and make sure you're not being followed, and hide. Conceal your location. Get to a good concealed location. Set up a patrol base. All that stuff. And it's a lot of work. And then you have to infill again, and feel them out and try to gather that intel. And see what they got. If it's a full-on military roadblock, then you're going to see one guy out there. We call him the traffic guy, the traffic cop, and he's got his little whistle. Stop! Can't go this way. Stop! Who are you? Your papers, please. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's so and so. Yeah, he's got comms. Yeah, it's so and so. He's coming through. Let him through. Don't shoot him. And so he comes through. He passes the first line of the roadblock, which is the dude. The dude. Yes, the dude. And so second portion of the roadblock would be a zigzagging kind of maze to get into the third portion, the LOA, the limit of advance. The limit of advance would be a gate, possibly a large bus or something substantial that stops, absolutely stops the limit of, the advance. And it's also, that's where the lethal force will be brought into play. And so everything is going to be covered by fire there. Nothing is allowed past that point. If you try to run that, of course, you're not going to be able to run that because you can't get through the little zigzag maze that they've set up for you. You won't be able to run right through it, do a car bomb or whatever. And you're not going to be able to go around the sides because a checkpoint, a VCP, is usually set up in a choke point, in a valley, on a bridge. And they got their flanks covered, so you're not going to be able to go around it in that aspect. And they could, if it's military or something, they could have drones. They could have air. See, we don't think about that too. If it's military, they've got a lot to bring to the table. It's not just guys with guns in tanks. No, it's air, it's drones, it's satellite. They got some shit. And it's kind of hard to fight that. Helicopters. We don't have helicopters. We do. We can get a helicopter. Some militias in mags have helicopters. I know of one mag that does have a helicopter, and that's their bug out. Everybody gets to the helicopter and flies to an island. Boom. There's their bug out location. But yeah, if maybe that's part of your bug out too. Maybe it's not a car. Maybe it's not on foot. Maybe it's on boat. That's my one of my contingencies is a kayak. An emergency is a actual boat, high speed boat. But anyway, I digress on that, and it goes into the Intracoastal Waterway and into the 5 rivers, and I'm gone. Yeah. So that like I said, with the bug out locations, I got 4. Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. So I advise you to do that as well. That's a good one. We're at 17 minutes. Okay. Yeah. So that's how you deal with a VCP, vehicle checkpoint, and you have to ascertain, can you take it? Can you get around it? Can you take it? Or what do you do? So, Hutch came out with this one. Okay, you're at your bug out location, and a member of your mag goes full psycho and starts burning down stuff. Well, I mean, why was he doing that? It doesn't matter, does it? You're gonna stop him. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna stop him from doing it. Usually a mag, say, okay, he lost his cool. He lost his cookies. And he just doesn't have the stomach for this kind of thing. And he's like, fuck it all. I just want to see the world burn. And he's going to start with your bug out location, with the mag location. Well, we can't. That can't be tolerated. So if you can't stop him, detain him, might have to shoot him. You don't have to kill him. Shoot him in the leg. Shoot him in the arm. Shoot for the butt. The military and overseas, a lot of the military does the policing for a lot of their countries, and that's their SOP. Anybody starts messing around, they don't aim for dead center mask here. They aim for your genitals and your legs, because that's like the middle. So they shoot you in the balls or they shoot you in the butt. Hurts like hell. Some, and a lot of them actually do live. But I mean, there is some you got some bad arteries there that can you can die from. So you can stop a threat that way with a hydraulic kill. So if you can't stop him, maybe he's armed. If he's armed, then that's a very touchy situation. You might just have to go ahead and ventilate his dome. Flip side, caveat: pregnant woman. That's a good one. Yeah, and it's part of your mag, and she's pregnant and she's burning down the place. Chances are, if any all members of your mag should be armed at all times, because that's part of your QRF as well. Should always be that way. So, if you cannot detain her, you're gonna have to shoot her. That's just it right there. Okay. Let's see. Uniform checkpoint. Not total grid down. 7 months into sickness, and you're breaking curfew, and you're arrested. Well, rule number 1: never get caught. Okay? Never get caught. Never get caught. Never get caught. Run like hell. Escape and evade. E&E plan at all times. Boom. Ninja vanish. If you are arrested, well, that sucks for you. Lie. 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 Just lie. What's your name? Huh? No hablo inglés. And try to escape anytime you can. I've actually done a lot of this kind of training, and you'd be surprised. With your hands, depends on where they get you. If they, my keys, I keep a I would advise you to learn how to get out of handcuffs. It's actually really easy. You can use a hairpin, you can use a shiv, a little small shiv, a little piece of Coke can, any kind of metal piece, even a zip tie. I have to do that one too. That's a good one. If they use zip ties, that's even easier. You just go like this, and then boom, it's off. Handcuffs, that's a different story. If they're in front of you, you can still work. You can still run. It just sucks. But you can still manipulate your hands in certain ways, and you can actually start twisting and doing this kind of motion, and then bind that and break that, and then you have 2 nice shiny bracelets, but your hands are free, and then you can work on it from there. But yeah, you learn how to get you a good pair. They're all the same. It's a very basic, simple design. There's not much to it. And they are relatively easy to break. There's another trick which really sucks, and it's taking your thumb and literally you push right there, and you push in and you disconnect it. You disconnect your thumb and you slide it out. But once you do that, you can always disconnect your thumb. I can almost do it with this one. It sucks and it hurts like hell, but you can do it. All right. If your hands are behind your back, that really sucks too. We've all seen the part where you put them through your legs and try to do it. That's really, really difficult. If you have never done it, don't try it. It's gonna suck. Don't try to do the fucking Houdini thing and do it over your head and disconnect your shoulders, because now you have 2 dislocated shoulders. That hurts like hell too. But it is possible. I would rather suggest that if you can, run like hell, and escape as soon as you can, any chance that you can. And the way that you do it is you submit. Okay, you got me. Didn't see it coming. You didn't realize it. You didn't know. You didn't know what the fuck happened. Gone. And they're sitting there like, hey, come back here. Even the most well-trained ones, just, they don't get it. They're like, whoa, what the fuck? He's gone. He's running. Get him. It'll give you a chance, and then you can go from there. And if your hands are in front of you, even better. You can try and plead with him. Oh my God, it hurts so bad. Just put him in the front, please. Just put him in the front, please. I don't want to put him in the back. I'm dying over here. Oh, thank you so much. And push him down and run, haul ass. Jump in their car and run away. And then you're doing your fucking Grand Theft Auto thing. Good luck. But yeah, if it's grid down, it's 7 months in. It's like the Songbird thing. Oh man, it's gonna be a wild fucking ride. Okay, Lost product. He came up with a with a good one. Teaching people how to sight in, how to pie the corners, how to eat the pie, how to mount the door. I understand what you're saying. How to seize people, how to detain people. Yeah, he's going to lose his mind. And it is very frustrating. And that's exactly what I've been doing with my mag is teaching these freaking idiots. And we've lost a few. And I left. I was like, fuck you guys. You're not serious. Nobody wants to do this shit. There's only like one or two, and that's my little Vietnam friend. And everybody else is basically like, yeah, we'll do it if something happens. It's too late. It's too late to train now. It's too late to train during shit that hit the fan. But if you can get to somewhere, yeah, the training is always going to be continuous. Continuous. And your idea as a mag, okay, is to survive and thrive and to be a community. And as a community, we must grow, all right? That's the point. Because at some point in time, yes, like Navis said, we're going to have to rebuild this country, and we will. We've done it already. It's happened like 4 times. So yeah, we're gonna do that. That is our nature, and if you're gonna be that lone wolf and run off into the woods and die, then that's fine. That's you. But society will move on. Mankind will move on. At one point in time in our history, there were 7,000 humans left on this planet, and we have repopulated into almost 8 billion. So yeah, you do the math. That's a lot of that's a lot of goats there. That's a lot of your sexual wellness goats right there, Josh. Sergeant. Yeah. Yeah. That's going to happen. You're going to be frustrated, and it's going to suck. And you're going to lose your shit, and I have lost my shit. But yeah, it's you got to have that patience. You really do. And that's what it is. I taught in the Marine Corps. I kind of sucked, but it was like a working party. Like, hey, you got to go to the pistol range and be a range officer. Fuck, really? But you get to shoot a lot, and you get to teach, and whatever. And then of course that just carries on afterwards throughout your life as a civilian, because that's what you know, and that's what you know, and that's what you do. So yeah, being able to teach that and carry on with that kind of training, and add my own kind of training, and it can be very frustrating and very stressful, but the fruit that comes from that tree, when that little twig, that little shit sandwich, that soggy shit sandwich becomes crusty, it's makes me kind of proud. Anyway, yeah, so it does pay off. It can pay off. I mean, and what you're doing is you're giving, if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. If you teach him how to fish, he eats for a lifetime. So, yeah, it's already 28 minutes. I'm going to get to one more here. K. Marie, wacky debacky. Yes. I may or may not have knowledge in that aspect. Mind you, I don't do it anymore, but that's going to be very important. What are you knocking shit off for? Really? That was in your way? Okay. Cat stuff. Anyway, yeah, I learned early on that you take your good stuff, put it in the middle, and you take your dirt, swamp weed, swamp crop, and put it around it, because the deer love it. The deer, the rabbits, the raccoons, the birds, they will go and eat your bad stuff, eat your dirt stuff, which in turn gives you a food source. You can deploy your traps, and you can hunt, and yeah. So, but they're going to get their stuff, and they're just going to They're not even going to see you because they're going to be stoned. Anyway, yeah, it's a good it's a good thing to have in wacky tobacco, and not to mention the barter ability that you're going to have, and the medicinal things of it as well. I mean, you can make CBD, you can make all kinds of stuff from that. If you know about the cannabinoids and the cannabinols and how to get all that and render it and make tinctures and you can smoke it too, and you can make brownies, whatever. I mean, there's endless possibilities, and I'm not even going to go over there with that. You're going to do your own research. I haven't done that in years, but I do know about it. And I actually did it when I was younger, and helped with all that. So I learned a lot about that, and and tobacco as well. That's a good thing to get into here. It does grow well here, so there's numerous ways of doing that inside and outside. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, and we're gonna leave it at that right there. So yeah, this is part 2 of Prepper Outside the Box and his questions. This is Mad Shad signing off.